Okay, so I've been kind of obsessed with this idea of turning Zekus into this dual physical magical DPS type thing, but of course his physical side has like no caps. So what ends up happening is you cast Xenocron and then you do a little physical attack and you just kind of waste time, I guess. But that kind of pivoted my obsession into this, turning Zekus into this infinite goddess kiss convergence tanky monstrosity thing. You'll see in a minute, but it's a fun idea in my opinion. So what ends up happening is when you have 130 SC, you can kind of, and the fact that Zekus has so much magic damage, so much ice magic damage that is ridiculous. He needs very little to cap against most things. So what you can end up doing is put the rest of your SC into like physical damage reduction and like a lot of physical damage, and he just lives a lot of stuff that he probably shouldn't. So I'm just gonna go through the build, only because like again I'm obsessed and I want to talk about it. So basically what we're gonna do, we'll call. So basically, he only needs like 70-ish% extra modifiers outside of like anti-type special, anti-type boost and the anti-type. So ice attack raise, magic damage, Zekus revelation, more magic damage. So that's like 30% right there. That's all we have in his base build. Of course, everyone's gonna have anti-type boost, and then 60% counting Absol and 70 from the boots. So that's enough magic damage for him to cap throughout the whole thing, and then the rest we just pump into a lot of Hail Mary freaking mitigation. So it's just gonna make it a little bit harder for the boss to chew through our health and then chew through our MP bar, because essentially what convergence does is turn your HP bar into a shield and turns your MP bar into your HP bar. So any mitigation you can muster is just going to protect your HP bar, your MP bar, just that much more. So Celestial Mass seems counterintuitive, but it works because his auto attacks are just going to more MP. And so, what now? Oh yeah, and a lot of like dual magic physical damage modifiers. He's got, Ice at 2, Ice at 3, Ice at 1, and we've got Zekus Revelation, which is again dual physical magic, and weak point boost because his Giga Weak is enough to put him in the negative. What else? Dual physical depth, dual defense and physical attack. The physical attack damage is, the HP decrease from this is not gonna matter like at all, because again we're using convergence and we're only using killer because we just want his auto attacks to do a lot of damage. And to wrap up the cherry on this ridiculous cake, you've also got Moon Saber, so that not only do we replenish our life bar, We also replenish our shield bar with like one well-placed auto attack. Now, it is still slightly RNG, I think, because it can stun you with the lightning gauge. It's not called lightning gauge. It's called divine punishment, but it's lightning gauge. It can stun you with that, and if it uses that and then uses prominence, then you're probably going to lose the run. But if that doesn't happen, then you're okay. We're using Stone Statue of a Bird because I'm not entirely certain, but I think the feint plus prominence attack, the prominence attack, just kind of like, no matter how much mitigation, if you get feinted and he uses that attack, you're just gonna die. So we're not gonna feint easy. So we're just gonna go hop into the battle and see what it's all about. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about Appelnexus, which is my favorite UR arc, only because it's kind of ridiculous in what it brings. Just like 40% magic 40% ice damage plus 25% mitigation to all damage. And it's just like, wow. Yeah, divine punishment. We eat it up, we weave in an auto attack, get our mana back, and we cast another Xeno. And this is basically going to be what the fight looks like for around 5 minutes. It usually takes around 5 minutes. Soul Blaze is kind of annoying because it lifts you up, and then it kind of makes you linger in the air for no reason. Get some weaves in. Giga Week, gotta reapply our buffs and debuffs. We don't need a whole lot. Gonna auto attack here. And also, whenever your spell is going on, you're gonna get a little bit more physical damage. 20% more. And now that the slow debuff is on us, now we take 25 less damage from everything. And that Goddess Kiss was juicy. Like, I love this. And then Auxilium gives us the dual intelligence strength buff. It's just so good. Like, it's a very well-rounded kit for this fight for a solo. And of course, it's never going to be the fastest thing in the world, but you know, I enjoy just watching all the animations. I enjoy watching, you know, the art. I enjoy the RPG element of this game. I respect people that play the game in a different way, which is, you know, the high-end micromanaging every, like, I don't even know how to do it, to be honest. It makes my head spin, but it's kind of like how I like to play the game. Just very chill, very relaxed, you know, come up with a battle plan, see it through, and we see our buffs blinking. So we're gonna reapply Giga Week, reapply Moon Saber, try to get some of that mitigation from casting, get some extra damage, and that was Soul Blaze, I think. Just gonna get our shield back, gonna apply Auxilium, gonna cast our Xeno, Protective Light. So you have a little bit of time to get our AP back. Let's shotgun it. Okay, so we're almost done. We are almost done. So So the problem is that he's going to be attacking so fast now that we may not. Okay, so our buffs are blinking. I know he's almost dead, but I also don't want to randomly lose the run either. A little bit. Okay, so let's see. Okay, one more single maybe. V's problem is here. I'm going to lose a oh, and I lost a run. But there you go. You get the idea. So yeah, that was, physical mitigation magic man Zekus. Hope you enjoyed.